The Kansas City Chiefs have officially made one of the most surprising moves in recent franchise history. A blockbuster trade that no one saw coming has sent shockwaves through the NFL, leaving fans and analysts stunned. For years, the Chiefs built their dynasty on consistency and calculated decisions. Yet this trade represents a bold shift, one rooted in necessity, strategy, and risk. Sources close to the organization reveal that internal discussions had intensified for weeks as contract negotiations, salary cap challenges, and future roster balance forced leadership into a corner. The move was something they had long feared might become unavoidable, yet it arrived faster than anyone expected. This wasn't just about money or roster space. It was about preserving long-term competitiveness while acknowledging the realities of an evolving league. As the dust settles, one question dominates every conversation surrounding Kansas City. Did the Chiefs just make the toughest, smartest decision of the decade, or a gamble that could alter their championship trajectory forever? In the months leading up to the trade, quiet tension began brewing within the organization. The Chiefs' front office faced a difficult equation: maintain a championship roster while managing an increasingly restrictive salary cap. Every star player came with escalating costs, and the franchise could no longer postpone difficult choices. Reports suggest that internal conversations between management and several key players became increasingly complex as financial realities clashed with emotional attachments. The Chiefs' leadership, known for patience and loyalty, found itself navigating unfamiliar ground. Trading away a cornerstone talent wasn't a rash decision. It was a painful necessity shaped by years of careful planning. This was the moment when long-term sustainability outweighed short-term comfort. Insiders described the decision-making process as emotionally draining, yet unavoidable. The Chiefs' leadership recognized that championship windows are fragile, and maintaining dominance sometimes requires sacrifice. Behind closed doors, the organization accepted a hard truth: continuity cannot survive without change. And change often comes at a heavy emotional cost. At the heart of this monumental trade was a player who had defined the Chiefs' identity for years. A leader on and off the field, his presence shaped the locker room's chemistry and the team's culture of resilience. His talent was never in question. He was a consistent performer, a game-changer whose contributions extended beyond statistics. However, his contract situation became increasingly complex. The Chiefs faced a financial crossroads, balancing his value against broader roster needs. Both sides respected each other deeply, but negotiations reached a point of no return. The player, aware of the team's position, sought clarity about his future. Mutual respect guided every conversation, yet the emotional weight was undeniable. When the decision was finalized, it sent a wave of disbelief through the organization. This wasn't just a transaction, it was the end of an era. The player's departure leaves a void, both in performance and leadership, that Kansas City will now strive to fill through unity, adaptation, and renewed purpose. While emotional factors dominated headlines, the Chiefs' front office executed this trade with precision and strategic foresight. The decision stemmed from an analytical understanding of the franchise's long-term goals. General Manager Brett Veach and head coach Andy Reid reportedly reviewed every possible alternative before finalizing the move. The team faced mounting financial commitments across key positions: quarterback, defense, and offensive line. Maintaining balance was no longer optional. The trade created vital cap flexibility and opened the door to younger talent development. Kansas City's leadership understood that championship windows close quickly when financial discipline erodes. Rather than reacting to pressure, they chose to act proactively, ensuring future roster stability. Analysts believe this move reflects a shift toward sustainability over sentimentality. It may hurt in the short term, but strategically, it positions the Chiefs to remain contenders well into the future. The decision underscores a vital truth in modern football. Success isn't built solely on loyalty, it's preserved through calculated evolution and disciplined foresight. The NFL community erupted the moment the trade was announced. Analysts debated its implications, fans expressed disbelief, and rival executives quietly admired Kansas City's boldness. Some viewed the move as a shocking loss, arguing that the Chiefs had sacrificed too much of their established strength. Others called it a masterstroke, applauding the organization's ability to adapt before being forced into a corner. Across the league, speculation surged about how this trade would alter power dynamics. Teams that once feared the Chiefs' offensive balance saw potential openings, while others recognized the move as a signal of strategic renewal. Media coverage intensified, dissecting every angle from financial impact to locker room morale. Former players described the decision as painful but professional, emphasizing that such moments often define the future trajectory of elite franchises. Through the chaos of public reaction, one thing became clear: this trade wasn't just another roster adjustment, it was a defining statement of Kansas City's long-term vision and commitment to controlled transformation. Inside the Chiefs' facility, emotions ran high. Players described a sense of disbelief, followed by quiet reflection. Losing a teammate of such stature changes dynamics instantly. For younger players, it was a reminder of the NFL's business reality, a league where loyalty and strategy often intersect. Veteran leaders stepped forward to reinforce focus, ensuring the team's spirit remained intact. Patrick Mahomes, known for his steady leadership, reportedly addressed the group, emphasizing unity and forward momentum. Coaches acknowledged the emotional void, but also viewed it as an opportunity for new voices to emerge. The trade, while shocking, reignited hunger within the roster. Players understood that maintaining Kansas City's standard required resilience through transition. Every locker, every conversation, carried a mix of gratitude and determination. The moment tested the team's maturity, challenging them to evolve without losing their identity. Change had arrived abruptly, but within that disruption lay the foundation for renewed strength and collective purpose. Moving forward, beyond emotion, the trade's financial implications reshaped Kansas City's entire strategic framework. By clearing significant cap space, the Chiefs gained flexibility rarely available to teams with established dynasties. This financial breathing room opens doors for future acquisitions, contract extensions, and critical roster depth. Analysts estimate that the move could enable the team to target high-impact players in upcoming drafts and free agency cycles. From a tactical perspective, the Chiefs' offensive and defensive schemes will inevitably adjust. Coaches are already designing formations to leverage younger talent, integrating new dynamics that fit within a leaner salary structure. The trade, though costly in sentiment, enhances long-term agility, a vital trait in a league driven by parity. The Chiefs' leadership understands that sustained success depends on adaptation, not attachment. This bold recalibration aligns resources with vision, ensuring the organization remains not just competitive, but innovative. It's a strategic gamble that redefines efficiency and reinforces Kansas City's reputation as a forward-thinking franchise unafraid of difficult but necessary decisions. For the passionate Kansas City fanbase, the trade felt like a personal loss. Supporters who had cheered this player for years expressed sadness, frustration, and uncertainty about what lies ahead. Yet amid the disappointment, a deeper understanding began to emerge. Fans recognized the franchise's history of making difficult choices to preserve long-term success. The organization's consistent communication helped ease concerns, emphasizing vision over reaction. Many supporters acknowledged the emotional toll, but remained steadfast in their trust of leadership. Across social media and local radio, discussions shifted from grief to curiosity: who would step into the spotlight next? What new opportunities would this decision create? Chiefs Kingdom, known for loyalty and perspective, began to embrace change as part of the championship journey. Though the trade tested their emotions, it also reignited pride in a team that refuses complacency. For Kansas City, this moment united fans once again under a familiar theme: transformation guided by faith in enduring excellence. With the trade finalized, Kansas City now enters a new era defined by strategic evolution. The organization views this transition not as a setback, but as renewal. The Chiefs have always thrived on innovation, adapting, reimagining, and rebuilding faster than rivals can respond. This move aligns with that tradition. younger players will step into larger roles, guided by a leadership culture built on accountability and trust. Coaches see this as an opportunity to expand the playbook, incorporating fresh perspectives and new strengths. The trade also sends a powerful message throughout the league. Kansas City remains proactive, not reactive. Instead of clinging to the past, the franchise has chosen progression, ensuring its foundation remains future-proof. Every great dynasty evolves, and the Chiefs are proving that longevity requires courage to confront uncomfortable truths. This moment, while difficult, represents Kansas City's willingness to adapt and, in doing so, secure its position as the NFL's benchmark for modern excellence. In professional sports, greatness isn't defined by perfection, it's defined by adaptability. The Kansas City Chiefs have demonstrated that even in moments of loss, true leadership emerges through vision and courage. This blockbuster trade, though emotionally charged, may ultimately be remembered as a turning point that preserved the franchise's future. History often favors those who evolve before circumstances force their hand. The Chiefs have chosen reinvention over stagnation, ensuring that their dominance remains sustainable. Patrick Mahomes and the core leadership now carry the torch of renewal, guiding a team prepared to write its next chapter. The departed player's legacy endures not as a reminder of what was lost, but as a foundation for what continues. Through strategy, resilience, and belief in collective strength, Kansas City reaffirms that greatness isn't about avoiding change, it's about mastering it. The Chiefs' journey moves forward, built on the same principle that defined their rise: unwavering commitment to excellence, no matter how difficult the path becomes.